Life has a lot, whether good or even bad times, but at some point you need to watch your steps and avoid some, for life to keep becoming meaningful. But sometimes we fail and you find yourself in trouble. He goes by the name Wilson Wilbert Lugalinda, a man who lives in Tanzania, Kagera district. At your first glance, you get scared, for it's hard for anyone to believe how on earth someone's part of the head was removed, but the man keeps surviving. Our Afrimax journalist met this man on street while he was selling some drugs for pests and ants. We wished to visit this man at his home place so that he would share with us more of his life, how he survives with only one part of the head and so on. We traveled for 1,208 meters from the city of Dar es Salaam, and it wasn't an easy journey as we spent 17 hours and 21 minutes to reach this place.
Jina langu Wilson Wilbert Lugalinda.
I'm called Wilson Wilbert Lugalinda. I live in Kagera district. I have a wife and one child.
Majina mimi naitwa Violet Julius Mugina.
I'm called Violet Julius Mugine. I have 41 years of age. I was born in Ilinga, a place called Tanangozi. It's now been 10 years living with my husband, who survived a horrible accident that took away part of his head. As pictures can tell, he had a normal head until 9th August 2019, when he had an accident as he was in his daily job activities, which is street vending, where he sells some drugs for pests. In his own words, the man says,
Nikiwa katika mizunguko yangu ya kutembeza dawa za kunguni,
I usually do street vending in this area. It was one day when I was street vending as usual, and a truck that delivers petrol knocked me. I fell down and one of the bones in my head broke into pieces. Since the day I had the accident up to now, life has been difficult as a family, and surviving is almost impossible. Violet says that before the accident, they would be able to afford their daily basic needs compared to now, where life became more and more difficult. The husband used to work and provide daily meals. He tried in every possible way, but since becoming like this, it's no longer possible, which makes life more difficult. Since the day Wilson had an accident that nearly took his life away, life has never been the same, but the man is always thankful for the gift of life because no one ever thought that he would make it. He spent 4 months in coma but later came back to life, and doctors told the man that he lost his memory. He says waking up, he found that part of the brain memory which reminds him everything was damaged during the operation. But doctors found a way of fixing it so that the day he would wake up, he would be in a normal state, remembering each and everything. If that wasn't fixed, I would have forgotten everything, even my own names. Hope you remember that when Wilson had an accident, a bone in his head was removed for the sake of protecting the brain. He also had other damaged parts of the body like his legs. He says that apart from the head, his leg was also seriously damaged. This house is not our own. We pay monthly rent, for we never had enough funds for us to construct our own house. Our child needs a lot and life is difficult. If we had our own house, it would be better. It's not only that, but affording the man's daily medicine is still a big problem. The couple has been inseparable for the past 10 years. truly loving one another. Since the day Wilson had the accident, the wife has always been by his side, helping in almost everything, and she adds that she'll never abandon the husband no matter what. The husband, in his own words, also says he's lucky. He says he's so lucky because after the accident, the wife kept fighting and struggling for him to have a better life, taking care and doing each and everything possible for the man. That's why he's grateful to God for giving him such a wife. The wife totally blames people who only live together during good times, and when tragedies and other life problems happen, you find them parting ways. She adds that in a family, such problems do happen, but parting ways isn't the solution. To those who behave like that, she says, it does not glorify God. You never know why God allows that to happen, and when you persist, you reap the harvest. For he who takes is he who gives. When he takes time reflecting on what happens to him, the man says he also cannot believe that he's still alive. He believes that the fact that he still breathes means God has a special plan over his life. He believes that it's just a matter of time until he fully recovers. The way this family survives right now is only by God's grace, as the man who worked and provided everything to this family is weak and cannot work. Plus the fact that he still has a long way to go. He still needs medical attention. During such hard times, some different people went on supporting this family, but it still wasn't enough. All were gathered and used during the whole treatment process. Violet says that there is when funds were gathered from her religion to support them, but all ended up paying hospital bills. In such times, even affording the daily meals is becoming something impossible. The wife tries, but she's failing. Right now, they only survive by God's grace. The wife has a friend who promised teaching him some tailoring skills, but if and only if she has her own sewing machine. But of course, she cannot afford buying it, yet she has the will and the desire to work. If she had that sewing machine, she would work and provide for the family. She adds that even the husband was chased away from the hospital before recovering, all because they had ran out of budget and could no longer pay hospital bills. They need only $2,000 for the man to be taken back to the hospital and be treated. But they don't think they'd afford such an amount of money. This family is facing a lot of problems, starting from failing to pay their rent on time. But among many wishes they have, the man's treatment is the priority. He needs more advanced treatment for him to fully recover and work for the family as usual. We can support this family as they need a lot, starting from rent to daily basic needs to the husband's treatment to capital and many more. We can support and lend a helping hand to this family by contributing via the Giving Lives link, found in description and pinned in top comments. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.